Right. So, I've been wanting to do this kind of video for a very long time, obviously, since, the actual Eurovision happened. Never got around to it, but here I have a little bit of a tier list, I guess, with a couple tiers. They're not necessarily like a ranking from like, S to A to F. They're more so just like the categories I'd put the entries in based on my personal experience with them. This is a very not serious video. I would really prefer it if, like, the creators that sang and performed wouldn't actually watch this. Or, I mean, you can. I'm just a random person on the internet, nitpicking the hell out of the performances because I have nothing better to do. I'm not like a educated music analyst or anything. I'm just really into music and I have my opinions. And yeah, well, I guess not this year, but 2024 has been quite a year for performances. My backstory, my history with Eurovision only started in 2023, which is also a thing I'm gonna do a tier list on, definitely. I've been wanting to do this, since then, but never really got around to it once again. But I'll start with 2024 because I remember more of it, I suppose, and then we'll talk about 2023. So, okay, I will be going through the contestants, not only the qualifiers, but the whole roster, starting, well, going in alphabetical order, I suppose. And the tiers here are obviously on the top we have inspiring, breathtaking, gorgeous, never done before, etc. There's only going to be a few of those, I suppose, and they might be very predictable, but what can you do? Then appreciate the effort. It's entries that, regardless of their reception, I did enjoy a particular thing in, and that's why like they have my good graces, I suppose. Then, oh, that was a thing. There's been a lot of entries that in 2024 that left me with just like a blank face. And again, it's all my personal opinion. People will hate on some of these opinions for sure. I don't really care. You will not convince me to like them. Just go fight in the comments of under the actual song because that's a thing people like to do. Anyway, I have notes is about entries that people generally liked, but I have issues with, or just in general the things I have issues with. Honestly, like the things that like outweigh. Again, like not necessarily like, oh, it's worse than the songs up here, but just like problematic for me. I have notes. Yeah, and then don't talk to me is just generally you'll get it when I come to it, I suppose. Just my personal beef with them. So, okay, let's start with Albania, Titan. Titan in the Skies. I have started following the, I suppose, race to the finals very late. And I've never really thought anything about this entry, to be honest. And I haven't even watched like the actual live performance. I've only ever listened to it, so I suppose that was a thing. Because I have friends who are like, oh my god, mother, about like every single performer like this, but it really doesn't do much for me. And I have a really big, I guess, nitpicking habit specifically about the lyrics to the songs. Like they really have to be meaningful for me to enjoy them. And I just did not appreciate this sentiment too much personally. Right, so next we got Armenia. So, first of all, Armenia, when, funny story, so when I was actually watching the final, we were at a social event hosted by like my friends, etc. Just people from around the local community. And when Armenia came on, he like the guy who was hosting leaned to us and mumbled that actually he was classmates with Jaco in high school, which is really really fun, really cool, and that immediately kind of contextualized the performance for me. But in terms of the actual performance, it's incredibly fun. It is really fun, but I just wish it had more, of the repeats. Like it is very like it kind of reminds me of the last year's like Soarele și Luna, which I adored. I absolutely adored, but like because of the amount of repetition, repetitive material, and not like a lot of substance being there, it could have had more. You know, I really do appreciate the effort though, and the message of the song is really nice. Just again, could have been a bit less childish and more content heavy, I suppose. But also, you know, the song is like barely 3 minutes, as you can see. So that's kind of an annoying, frustrating trend with popular and Eurovision songs in general. Like, why do they have to be so short? Just a shame, kind of. Yeah. Anyway, appreciate the effort. Genuinely, so cool. Okay, we've got Australia. Honestly, it's look, you know, we all know about the vocal performance fuck ups during the semi-final. It sounded bad, but even in the original song, in the studio recording, I don't vibe with this kind of like, you know, kind of throwing a dart at a fucking target and seeing what sticks in terms of topics. I don't know, maybe there was like some kind of deeper connection of the performer to the one blood, one milk, or whatever. But like all of those songs, like We Are One from Ireland 2023, this year's Like a Party, like all of that general kind of let's come, like, you know, let's come together, but like, not, you know, we'll talk about that later. Just like uninspired, very bland, very not personal, kind of just general. You could like put it into a word generator, and it would produce this kind of song. And the random references to, you know, let's go to the planets, as again, like similar to Like a Party in the Sky, feels like a very random throwaway for me, and I did not enjoy the vibe at all. Also, you know, the music video of them kind of just staring at you uncomfortably, just, yeah, no. It just, please don't talk to me about Australian entry. I will not revisit it again. I've heard it like, you know, 3 times maybe. I have watched the video once, and apart from like remixes, I will not be interacting with it again. Okay, then we got Austria, We Will Rave. So, this one makes me, like, I guess over time it's kind of simmered out, but it's made me like unreasonably mad for some reason, because like it's so basic, like it's so stereotypical, you know, like Eurobeat, I suppose, like Eurobeat dot MP4, MP3, whatever. It's just like the standard thing that you would hear blasting on our radios for like the past like fucking 20 years or at least 10 years. But like I guess that's the whole point of it. Like a, you know, stereotypical rave song dot png, whatever. So I guess it does that well. The performance really was not anything special, like the actual video thing, apart from her like kicking the camera or something by accident. Just like compared to 2023 Austria, this is such a downgrade. But like honestly, wasn't. I don't know. I don't even like think about it most of the time. I know people like it, but like not for me. Although, I guess technically it's like I do have notes, but there's like just overall just a very bland impression. Anyway, Azerbaijan. That one, I feel like the more I listen to it, the better it gets for me. Because, you know, at first it sounded like a very, you know, kind of polished, produced, oh, this is like a soulful song or whatever. But I really do enjoy the little like instrumental touches of the I don't it's just like not a pop song, and that already kind of makes me appreciate it a bit more. The like freaking cultural references, I guess that's what they're called. By the way, English is not my first language, so excuse me that I am fumbling this. Anyway, yeah, that was like a really nice performance. I really wish they would have qualified above like other entries that we will get to, I suppose. So I appreciate the effort. Belgium, before the party is over. I have a very strong impression of the song, despite not ever having seen it, like the music video for it. And the reason is because while I was listening to the whole playlist of the songs, I thought of an animatic for my fandom that perfectly goes with the song. Like it's perfect. Like it's for the Just Roll With It, the Suckening campaign, and I really hope I can actually like make it and publish it because it's like so good for it. Overall, the lyrics are like a bit like vague-ish, I suppose, which is also not a good thing to personally. But honestly, oh yeah, and the repetition in the end, just kind of cutting off the second half of the song there. But the sound is so like original to me. It feels like compared to some of those. I just appreciate it like a lot. Also, yeah, the staging was quite funny. I think it would have been cool if how do you pronounce it? Musti? I hope so. I wish he could have qualified. He probably would have had fun, or we would have had fun with it in the final. Yeah, okay. This one. Obviously. Look, Rim Team is good. I am a Rammstein enjoyer. Last year, I was taken by Cha 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 just as much as the next person. But honestly, my honest opinion is that people who are so diehard for Rim Team are the people who just really want to see the new Karia, or they just misused, because this is like not the quirky song that Europapa is, and we'll get to that obviously, but I feel like people are just so upset about losing Yost that they're just projecting all of their adoration to Baby Lasagna. And like, yeah, he's fun, but also, you know what like pissed me off about Croatia? First of all, the staging and the general vibe of the song is very reminiscent of Cha Cha Cha, also Rammstein, but it's fine. It's fun. It's fun to listen to. But why do you use such simplistic lyrics? It's so annoying. Like, okay, I get it. Like, you're trying to be charming with like the whole chow mama chow, meow cat, please meow back. The one that I liked was like, wanna become one of them city boys. They're also pretty so advanced. Maybe they also know our dance. That was nice. But the thing that pissed me off the most, right? They're in these like costumes, right? Cultural costumes, I presume. They look really nice. Like they have like a whole cohesive set going on stage. And yet, when it comes to doing the dance, which is like literally a dance break, like it's supposed to be like this hype moment where you like, go all out, like go crazy, go stupid. And all they do is the arm thing, and it's not cultural whatsoever, and it's just a made up move. Are you serious right now? That was like the most annoying thing to me ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did like rock out to it obviously during the stream, during the actual final taking place, but like you lost so much potential again. Like comparing to Soarele și Luna, they did such a cool like cultural like folklore inspired thing, and that was so awesome. Even if the song didn't like rank high, that was such an impression of the country, because he's trying to obviously like share the experience of growing up in Croatia and having to leave it because economy is shit, economy is trash, whatever. The experiences of like leaving your childhood home, leaving everything behind. Which, by the way, same expat besties. I feel like a lot of Eastern Europeans can relate right now. I'm not gonna. I mean, I will get to that, but additionally, I know it's not his fault, and I know it's completely not the entry's fault, but it doesn't have anything to do with the ranking. I've already said my notes about the song itself. I just wanted to also yap about this. The thing that pisses me off a lot is that, well, I guess it's normal, it's accepted in the Eurovision community to go under every single song and be like, this should have been the winner, etc., etc. But tell me, why do I scroll down to this video to this to like Baby Lasagna's YouTube channel, like personal YouTube channel, where he publishes new songs, etc., etc. And this song is up, and it has millions and millions of views, and is, you know, clearly very public. And I scroll down, and every second comment is a fucking transphobic comment about Nemo, misgendering them, making fun of them. Like, I get it, like, just say Croatia should have won, or whatever, we were robbed, sure. Why do you have to misgender Nemo for that? Why do you have to shit on the quote-unquote woke crowd? Like, you think Baby Lasagna wasn't singing about quote-unquote woke crap? Trying to point out the issues in his, like, home country's societies and how it, like, affects people and makes them leave their country? Obviously, I have... The biggest problem is that these comments are just up there. They're not moderated, they're not deleted, they're not responded to at all. I have no idea what stance Baby Lasagna actually takes on this issue. Like, if he's an ally, if he's, like, transphobic, I do not know that, generally. People say he's a nice guy. I want to believe them. But because these comments are up on the video still, I cannot fully trust him. Like, I just... Especially with the songs that he released later, like the Biggie Boom Boom and Don't Hate Yourself but Don't Love Yourself Too Much. Like, I tried getting into his music, but it feels so bitter. It feels so cynical. Like, it's... You know, it's obviously supposed to be self-aware, but, like, I really don't know what to think about this guy. And compared to, you know... Also, actually, I'll talk about Kaya later in the 2023 video, but he also, you know, kind of soured my impression of him over time. Regardless, that had nothing to do with the performance itself. I think it deserves second place. I think it deserves, you know, to be maybe even below some of the other performances, but I would have had no problem with him winning at all. Like, it was fun, it was great, it was a whole ass movement. Just, he could have done so much better. And also, please clean up your act. Please, you know, make a stance, because, you know, at least 2 contestants in this year were non-binary, and that was really awesome. But also, just, you know, control your comment section. Please, like, let people be normal, etc. Anyway, moving on, finally. Jesus Christ, I'll probably have to cut that down, or maybe not, I don't care. Anyway, Cyprus, liar. Look, I know that she will not watch this video, at least I hope so. Celia, if you're watching, please do not. Like, you don't need to hear this, but I highly doubt she will. Anyway, this was, like... I don't care that she's 17. Like, that, yeah, sure, that's cool, but also she's conventionally attractive and looks like she's 20 at least. Because people in this age group all kind of look similar age, so we would have been able to tell. Probably rich, coming from a rich background, so, you know, nothing really too much to be proud of. But regardless, I know, like, I wasn't there in her shoes, etc. But, I don't care for these types of songs. Like, I do not care about songs about relationships that go like this, you know? This is such a cheap way to write songs. Like, in general, this is my biggest problem with, like, the pop industry in general. Like, you have so many things to sing about, like, under the sun, and yet you either make them completely nonsensical, like, again, like, fucking Like a Party in the Sky, just because they wanted to make a Like a Party pun, and probably went with that. Sorry, I'm just really pissed off at this song, and the contest hasn't even happened yet this year. But this one is like, sure, dancing is fine. Like, the song sounds fine, but it's just so... I will not listen to it. Like, I just don't care. Sorry, I'm not straight enough for this. Like, that's the gist of it. That's the gist of it. I'm sorry. She did a good job. It's just kind of a shit song by itself. Sorry. Okay, Czechia. Pedestal. This would have been so much up my alley. So much up my alley. I really enjoy the sound. I love her vibe. I love her persona. I'm gonna be honest, I did not see her on stage. I only heard the song itself, because I couldn't really listen to it that much. And I'll tell you why. Because this is going in... I have notes. The entire song is about, you know, how I gotta put myself first, put myself on a pedestal to get like away from a toxic relationship. Obviously, you know, like we have these issues in this relationship that the other person isn't acknowledging, and you know, that's why I gotta put myself on the pedestal. And it sounds, you know, appropriately enraged, appropriately angry with the partner who doesn't pay attention, you know, etc., etc. Like everything stays the same. I get it. I've been there. But okay, hold on. Sipping my tea. Look, when you start such a song that is completely angry by itself, or not start, but when you like intersperse it with an angry phone call of you yelling at your ex lover and partner in general, like you acting out this like fighting shouting match in the middle of the song, and also when you include the lyrics "you stay silent, I get violent," and then you proceed to have the entire song like very aggressive, very like fuck you, I'm gonna put myself on the pedestal. Like, other than those two moments, the song is fine, but like those two recontextualize it entirely, and it makes my skin crawl because you're actually the abuser, actually. Like, I'm sorry, but if you, like, as a person who struggles with, like, you know, personal relationships and, you know, kind of worries whether they're like being narcissistic in the relationship or not, when you openly are able to say about yourself that you get violent in an argument when the other person stays silent, you're not the hero, you're not the protagonist. I'm sorry, you are just as bad, if not worse, as your partner. And just like, you really don't have to do that. Like, you can deliver the message, or you can like talk it out normally. Just leave. You don't have to be this aggressive about it. You don't have to like be ruining your and other people's lives. But I know it's not that deep. It's just a song. It's fine. It will not hurt you. Pedestal by Aiko is not real. It will not hurt you. But I don't know, it just like triggers me so much. Like, it just creeps me the fuck out. I'm sorry. I wish I probably should listen to her other music, because I hope this is just staged and she was trying to go for like a stronger impression than she would have otherwise. I hope it's not a real story, because if you get violent in your relationship, fuck off. You're the abuser, you're the, you know, you're the assailant, and you have no say in putting yourself on a pedestal, actually. Like, that's not the vibe. So yeah. I will not be able to listen to this song like as long as it's associated with this for me, so sorry, Czechia. Aiko, I hope you're doing okay. And I hope your partner is also doing okay, if that is a real story. Anyway, probably should take it down a notch. Denmark, sand. Completely nothing. Absolutely nothing. This song is about nothing. I'm sorry. Again, like, typical relationship song .mp3. The only notable vocals are the sand bits, and that's it. Nothing to say. Absolutely nothing to say. I hate these types of songs, and I don't even hate, like, again, like, I don't remember them at all. They're just like filler for the contest, which is good. Good that this didn't qualify. A shame that a lot of those did qualify. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, we are coming up to Estonia. My neighbors, actually. For me, I do have like a lot of post-Soviet trauma related to Eastern Europe. So if anything, I try to avoid thinking about them or engaging with the content. But holy shit, you guys, they knocked it out of the park with just the concept of the song. I love it so much. Like, this is the kind of thing, like, again, compared to Sand, Liar, fucking Titan, whatever, just, you have a concept and you go with it and you do it in your native language, and you have like a whole ass dancing number, and you pull out the like rare instrument that almost nobody has ever heard of, and you do such a like charismatic performance. The only thing that fucked them over was their live performance. Honestly, I think it's because their choreography was like way too much for the, like for the demanding vocal parts, so they were completely out of breath during the final. But in the video clip, like I cannot stop listening to it. It's so fucking good. It's such a bop, like literally better than Croatia, like in my mind. If only they didn't like run out of breath so much during the song, if they hit their notes, it literally would have topped Croatia easily, because they're bringing the fun vibe, they're bringing the derpy like cha-cha-cha vibe more so than Croatia in this extent. Michael Vsauce, by the way, very very amusing cameo. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Honestly, I really hope they make more music, even if it's like, um, even it's just quirky in a good way. I like it. I like it. I really enjoy it. Thank you guys. Hope they, I wish they like figured it out, like switching vocals like between people who are dancing and people who are singing, or just like something, because obviously this is a very demanding performance that they eventually just kind of failed to pull off to live up to the expectations. But I am putting it in breathtaking, gorgeous, never done before, etc. Like, thank you so much. Holy shit. Okay, Finland. I was riding high from Czechia last year, and to be fair, I was quite disappointed when I first saw this entry. I really thought they were like quirk baiting, so to say, like kind of what Estonia is, kind of more naturally. Windows 95 man is just like trying to put on so desperately. But honestly, like I'm fine with it. I am chill with, like, this man is fine in my book at this point. Specifically because of the backup guy he had who was actually singing. The one, like, I have notes about this song because it has very little actually like singing, I feel like, at least proportionally, or at least the vocals are not that like impressive. I do love this song. Like I love the whole, I guess, performance even more so than the song. I love the whole lore behind Windows 95 man with the blurred logo and the shorts and the staging like fucking cameraman covering up his lower body until he actually like pops off with the jeans, with the jorts, sorry. But yeah, this was like a kind of a letdown for me. But still very fun, like separate from everything else. Like, there's just kind of shattered expectations. Vocals are nice, just not too impressive. And I do enjoy like the later songs that they put out, like paperclip, and also referencing or collabing with, I'm still not really sure, with Joost or Kari or whoever it was. I think on one of his like DJing sets he shouted out Joost. I think, I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. Just kind of heard it like in the background. Yeah. Anyway, just like I have notes, don't feel too strongly about it other than just like it's fun. My parents did complain about it though when it came on TV, just like, oh no, butt naked man, how funny, how quirky. And I'm like, you have not seen nothing yet, my guys. You have not seen nothing yet. Although I don't remember the running order. Maybe they have seen Spain already, but it's like different standards for different people. But I'll talk about that as well. Okay, France. I think he was the final act of the night. At least I'm not really sure. But either way, that was an amazing kind of like closer or close to closer song. Very French, I guess. Obviously a song about love. I personally enjoyed last year's, or sorry, I keep saying last year's, 2023's song more, because it was like, it felt a bit more complicated in its theming. But this guy's vocals, they fuck so hard, obviously, bro. Look, when we got when we got back from that fucking commercial break, and he was lying down, seductively like caressing the camera. Look, it. Bro knew what he was doing. I don't know, like it was really entertaining. I don't know if that was like a thing at his rehearsals or something, but that was like amazing to cap off the show or whatever. Like that was quite an impression. I guess like just yeah, appreciate the effort. Like the only thing I can complain about is the theming of the song, and everything else was perfect. Like banger, amazing, outstanding lyric or fucking vocals. Very traditional but fitting backing track. Charisma on stage, out of this world. This kind of song does not need a like backup anything. I usually don't like ballads, clearly, but you know, he took the cake, ate it, left no crumbs. Well, just like a little crumb, but that's like more on the songwriting part. Yeah, etc. Anyway, moving on to Georgia, firefighter. Oh god, I'm gonna get so much shit for this. Or not for this in particular, but like for this tier list, because I'm now realizing that I'm like sorting all the girly pop hits of the summer into just what the fuck ever. But honestly, either this or I have notes. I am deciding still, because like I like your idea, the concept of like why do we do this? We're meant to rise higher, not destroy this world or whatever it was. I enjoy this everything pretty much about this concept, other than the whole breaking into like put out the fire, dance, break, twerking, or whatever the fuck. Just you have this kind of existential theming about climate change, clearly about like how we're not doing enough to save the planet, how we're fucking it up, and yet you turn it in on yourself and kind of jerk yourself off with it. Like, look at me, I am the firefighter. Like, I'll get to that with Poland as well, but that was a very similar impression to me. Like, I'm the one who built the tower, I'm the like a firefighter, put out the fire, and that like is used as the kind of dance break, hook, chorus, whatever. Like, most of the song is fine, but it's just this really pisses me off, honestly, when the Eurovision entries do this. And a lot of them do this, like when they're like self-aggrandizing to like for you specifically, like they're you're not talking about your personal experience here. You're just saying like we should save the planet and also look at me. I like put out the fire, like I'm so quirky, like I'm also this whole fucking bass drop leading up to the dance break, like the I don't know what it is about it, but it just pisses me off so bad. It's just so grating to my ears, so trashy pop. Like, just no, please, I'm begging. Again, like, could have done so much more if you just stuck with the like seriousness of the topic that you chose and didn't try to make it like haha sexy, look at me. Which by the way is gonna be such a big issue in 2025, I fear, from what I've seen. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna have a lot to say about that. Help. Erika is personally holding me in her basement, and this is a joke. I just have things that I don't like to complain about. Anyway, Germany. This is another very fun thing for me, because honestly, when I was watching the final and this song came on, I was like, damn, well, that's kind of, he put his whole Germanacy into that. Like, Isaac, he like pulled all of the stops, like nothing was wrong with this performance. But like, why did it feel so bland? I do not know. I guess it's just like the very kind of relatable lyrics, like bordering on non-personal. But I personally really enjoy the sound of the song, other than like the random elephant trumpet horn thing. But I can live with it. I love the staging with the fires. I love the underlying meaning that you can glean from it. But my thing is that I was listening through these songs and I was looking for character themes for my we were playing a cyborg campaign at TTRPG called Cyborg. It's kind of like Cyberpunk but simpler. And this song is basically like my character, my player character. His name was Dalek and he died in a fire, in a chemical fire. That was fucked up. But anyway, I compiled a whole playlist for him, and this song was number one on my list because it conveys like the exact same, like the exact vibe that I want to go for with my character. So very cool, Isaac. Thank you so much for providing me the song. Just like I do appreciate the effort, I guess. Okay, Greece. That was very, very fun, very interesting. I, obviously it's not like a very melodical song, and personally I don't vibe too much with the whole ta 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 kind of dance beat. In general, like if it's dance songs, it's better be like something electronic or whatever. But I mean, she like pulled all the stops. Like Marina, you did amazing. And I'm listening to previous Greek entries, and holy shit, Queen popped off so hard with this. So appreciate the effort, I suppose. I really enjoyed them like inviting multiple composers to compose parts of the track, even though it did end up sounding like a discordant mess, but that was kind of on purpose. So like just props to her for pulling that off in general, and for like finishing in the final and doing that whole thing. Also, her moment with Nima when they went to like hug during the points announcements, that was so fucking adorable. I loved that so much. She's just a generally really cool person. I think I would love to be her friend, or but yeah, like listening to this year's Greek entry, I have lost all hope for humanity because people are jerking it off so hard. But like, I would take Zari any day over the thing that we have right now. Amazing, like thank you so much. Just kind of not for me, I think, but yeah, that was really awesome. Whew. Okay. Iceland, Scared of Heights. I have not interacted with this song like even once outside from just hearing it like once or twice on the general playlist and in the remixes. This is not my genre of music at all. I don't care for it. I don't care for like that. I don't know what to say about it. I just don't have many things to say. Like, just not my vibe at all. Sorry if it is yours. Yeah. Just feels like a very ancient entry compared to the others that we have. Speaking of, Doomsday Blue, god fucking damn. Bambi Thug? If anyone could pass the message on to them, I doubt they're watching this. You are my guiding light in the darkness. You are me and my partners both. Like, we couldn't agree on like most of the songs, but we agreed that Ireland completely popped off, and holy fuck, you ate so hard. You absolutely destroyed it. You demolished it. Like a fucking amazing job. I I know you're leaving. Okay. Look, this is also, by the way, this is another animatic idea that I had for my. This time it's a Baldur's Gate character, Baldur's Gate 3. So might have had a really bad like. Personally for me, like, you know, not the ending I wanted with the romancing Gale, and I'm really pissed off about that, so I want to make an animatic with Doomsday Blue for that. So, you know, if anyone's actually watching this, keep me accountable, message me about the animatic so I can feel pressured to do it sooner. Anyway, fucking amazing. Crown the Witch, non-binary icon, number not number 2, but you know what I mean. Like, we're gonna get to that, but like, holy shit. The one problem that I have with the song is that you're using the words Avada Kedavra, and like, I feel like it's very specific. Like, you know, we've got a song called Abracadabra now from Lady Gaga, but it had to be there for the rhythm, but I feel, you know, obviously very conflicted about using these words specifically in the song. For obvious reasons. Fuck J.K. Rowling. But literally everything else was perfect. Like, holy shit. Live performance was also outstanding. I really like that everyone got freaked out, like, in terms of, you know, pearl clutchers on the other side of the world. In my country, at least, they really did. Anyway, so the way I read it, since Bambi Thug is from Ireland, they kind of have a little bit of a claim to Harry Potter kind of imagery because it is British. Like, it's a. Sorry, like. It's just like from that contingent, from that like social sphere. I don't know how to say it in English, I'm sorry. But like reclaiming Avada Kedavra, stealing it away from Rowling and making it your own in such a fuck you way while, you know, being openly non-binary, it's such a Chad move. If that is the interpretation. Or maybe it's just a nonsense kind of string of words, but that would kind of make it worse in my mind, just kind of mindless culture references. But I think it is, like, if it does have that kind of intended impact, then I can really appreciate that. But yeah, like, completely inspiring, breathtaking, gorgeous, never done before, etc., etc. I also love the late, I don't remember what the show was, but like in Ireland, the late night show where they performed it acoustically, like on a piano. That was so beautiful. I listen to it like almost every day. It's so fucking good. Anyway, okay, next up we got, okay, I actually haven't heard this one. We kind of muted the TV when this came on. Sorry, can't really say anything about it. Italy, La Noia. So, funny story, I actually not rooted, but like I expected this to be so much bigger than it actually turned out to be. I'm not really sure why. Like, it's a nice vibe when it's the music video, I guess. It's very kind of mysterious, ghostly. I relate so hard to the lyrics. Like, when I actually looked up the lyrics, like, holy shit, thank you so much for making this, like, in the first place. I relate so much to this exact feeling that you're describing. But yeah, like, it just did not pop off in the final. I guess it's just been overshadowed by, like, much brighter contestants. But, I guess it's just not really for me. But I do appreciate the effort. Like, the whole hair thing in the music video was really cool, and I wish they would have done a bit more with it, like, during the live performance, because it kind of felt completely disconnected and, you know, just a normal entry, like, kind of when you have, like, amazing, outstanding, like, explosions of energy like these over here, and then you have this, it's kind of hard to compare, even if your song is perfectly fine. But yeah, very cool. Thank you so much, Angelina Mango, for your service, for your slaying, etc. Okay, Latvia, another neighbor. Hi. Look, everyone loves Dons. Everyone loves his vocals. I know that. He did amazing. But he's just... He creeps me out, okay? Like, him... I have no idea what he's like as a person. I'm not, like, you know, alleging anything at all, like, whatsoever. But, like, even before the final dropped, like, in the music video, it was kind of creepy how, you know, how they shot it, how they staged it, how this guy's face and, like, general appearance is. I have no idea what age he is. And I am afraid of this man. Like, I'm not sure why. And, you know, this outfit that we have right here, what was that? What is that? I don't understand. What is that? Oh my god, what is that? You get it. Like, what is this stage persona? I don't understand. Like, the song itself is fine. The lyrics are very vague. I wish it would have been, like, about anything in particular other than, like, it's killing me slow, wanna make me just another believer. Like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not, like, relating to personal experience too much. It's not, like, commenting on anything in society generally. It's just very general, very vague, and the only thing you've got going for you is the lyrics, pretty much. So, like, you know, even compared to Latvia's 2023 entry, it's kind of got the same kind of vibe, whereas, like, a song... Oh, maybe... Hold on, now I'm thinking about another song, sorry. I'm gonna talk to it in 2023 rankings stuffs. Never mind that. But yeah, bro just gives me oh my god. Bro is just giving me the creeps, and the only redeeming thing about this performance was the voice. So, like, I guess I have notes. I'm scared. Please get this man away from me. Anyway, we got Lithuania! Woo! This is currently the country that I'm residing in, and I desperately yearn to be a citizen of, but that has nothing to do with how much I love this goddamn twink. Silvester! I am so parasocial about him. You guys have no idea. Okay, no. But seriously, I did not expect Look Talk to be so much of a banger live as it was. I heard the recording, the studio recording, and it was like great. It was fire. It was a bop. Actually, like encouraged me to continue learning Lithuanian for a while, even though right now I kind of abandoned it again. But you know, it was a really cool thing to connect over with, to bond over with my like peers over here who are also learning the language. The one thing I did not really appreciate is the whole like innuendo about like give me a minute to like, you know, get hard in order to proceed for, I think. But I don't even know if that rendition was actually like him explaining the song or just someone on Twitter being funny. Anyway, everything about this guy, everything about the song is amazing. The fucking staging, mwah, out of this world. I did not know how they did it. Like, so simple, but so perfect. Such a vibe. I love... See, for him, the little, like, shoulder dancey dance moves really did work. I feel like they did more movement in that whole video than fucking Baby Lasagna did with their whole dance break bit. Because... you know, it's just like the movements accentuating the beats. The camera work is amazing. The fucking cyberware that he wore on his nose. I do not know what that is. I want it. I need it. This is, by the way, my cyber character had the same cyberware as Silvester because he's just so fucking awesome and cool, and I love him so much. But yeah, the song itself, it wasn't like about love in particular. It was like more so about like a personal like expression, you know, just like I'm kind of like flaky about this relationship, give me time, and like I don't want to dance but I will dance regardless. So I appreciate that. Also, it being in Lithuanian and not in English kind of saved it from having to be like as meaningful, I feel like. Kind of the same with France. But you know, with France it's literally called mon amour, so like you can infer. But yeah, holy shit, I love you so much, Silvester Belt. You do not have any idea. I coexisting in the same country as this guy gives me life. Like, holy shit, man. This is my transition goals. I want to look and sound like this, like when I transition. Holy shit. Not to mention the whole Nemo cute little thing they've got they were alleged or like, you know, gossiped to have during the run of the show, or the thing with the Bambi Thug where he had a crush on like, or you know, a Eurovision crush on either one of them or both. I don't really know, but you know, very cute headcanons in my brain. I just love his whole persona vibe, and he just seems like a really cool guy. So yes, thank you so much for being here, Silvester. I appreciate you so much. I really appreciate, like, you know, younger artists on Eurovision in general. It like when they're actually like putting their personality on display and not like going into, you know, standard issue song topics, etc. Is just so good. Yeah, I will stop. I will stop talking about this now because I could yap about this all day because like it's so like vocally satisfying. You get it. Okay, you get it. Whew. And okay, one last thing. I do really appreciate how in the global scene everyone seemed quite taken with the song, because like even in the remixes that I heard, people were putting it like at the start of the remix, like prominently featuring it a lot, and generally like supporting it so much. So that was quite lovely to see. And here in Lithuania, we had buses running with like Luktelk, like the text displayed on the bus display screens where the number is. That was so cute. Anyway, I am really looking forward to this year's Lithuanian performance. I'm not sure if it's like even half as good as Luktelk, but I do appreciate the doomer post-punk vibe of it. I just don't like the repetition of tavo, 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 tavo for the second half of the song. But yeah, banger regardless. Okay, Luxembourg, Fighter. I tried putting it in a character playlist for Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate. I don't know if it fits. Maybe it's just the braids. I like the gimmick with the whole switching languages to switch perspectives thing. And this one feels... It's like, yeah, it's about a personal experience, but it's also kind of just like really bland with it. Like, it doesn't come to any specific conclusions other than like, oh, you're a fighter. And also one thing that bothers me so much is that they had that really cool gimmick where they were like, you're a fighter, like, you know, bonk, the music abruptly stopping, but then they continue singing and it doesn't repeat in the same like chorus or bridge or whatever it was. And I felt like if they generally had more of a like tighter beat or kind of a more militaristic vibe, because, you know, the song is called Fighter, kind of, you know, that whole like drums like maybe marching at some points, like with the whole rapidly stopping the song, that would have been so fun, I think. But they just kind of sounded like a completely normal pop song otherwise, other than just like that one brain scratching moment. So like, I guess I appreciate the effort for the gimmicks, for the theming of the song and the switching languages, but yeah, really could have been more fun if they did it like a bit more. It's kind of the same thing. I will talk about it more in 2023 ranking, but I have such an issue with Queen of Kings, because at some point I saw her wearing like full plate armor and I was like, holy shit, let's go, this is gonna be the moment. And then on stage she did not wear the armor in the final, and nothing in the staging even came close to that, and that sucked so much. And even in the like photo that they use for the track, like in the studio recording version, she's not wearing armor, she's just sitting on a throne, and that's just such a waste. Like, more people in armor please on stage, like, holy shit, I am begging. Ugh. Just like be more original. Like, I don't know, Chapel Rome popped off in the full plate armor on that show. But yeah, this would have fit pretty well as well. Okay, Malta, Loop. Absolutely nothing to say about this one. Same thing as always. Relationship bullshit. Nothing to the song other than the note progression of loop. Just don't care for these songs. Sorry. Moldova in the middle. I want to like this song because I do like the violins and the vocalizations that they do later on. Like, they do feel incredibly disconnected from the song, like just to show off basically. But I do hate the meaning, I guess, the theming of the song. She just feels like, you know, a mother singing about a child, and I personally don't vibe with that. I do not care for motherhood and the topics of motherhood or whatever. And also just in general, it's just weird to be singing about this like this, you know, like, listen your voice inside your heart right in the middle. Like, I don't know why in the middle in particular is such a big repeating thing in the song. Like, it's not symbolic of anything, it's just like where your heart would be, somewhere in the middle. I don't know, just not vibing with it. It just weirds me out, honestly. Like, please don't. And again, like, the vocalizing at the end, it was cool, but like unnecessary, doesn't tie into the song in any way. It's just like, redo the whole song at this point. Like, I don't care, sorry. Not Mother for me, not Mother. Do I even need to say anything? do I even need to say anything? Honestly, we were so robbed. I feel so bad for what Joost has gone through and what he's going through right now. I really hope he's okay, because, you know, the most recent song has been kind of weirdly both centrist and radical. I really hope he's just, like, fine, because, you know, he's also been probably getting harassed by media a lot. Bro did not deserve what happened to him. But anyway, the song is literally the embodiment of, like, Eurovision. Like, it sounds kind of like, you know, Austria tried to do with Rave. This song sounds like Caramel Dancing Part 2. And it's so fucking good. Like, the backing track in particular. This is like what an actual dance pop sounds like. Dance bop, sorry. Like, you can dance to the instrumentals, you can dance to the full song, you can dance to the translated version, you can cry for the lyrics. They are, like, so perfectly, like, not... Like, again, like, if you want to jerk off Croatia so much, why don't, like, I really feel like you're just projecting from the Netherlands, because Joost has captured that exact, like, level of cynicism and self-referentiality, where the song feels, like, very real, and so do his other songs. Like, I love the one with the waiting on the phone music, and you know, obviously, like, the air balloon, the bird song. All of them are so good. And just, like, also him vibing with Karia, and that's such a nice vibe. The outfit, the, like, music video that he made for the thing, the whole staging was so, like, it just, like, beaming, I don't know, like, whatever, creativity seeping out of it, you know. Obviously, handmade staging is so good, like, you know, like, specifically tailored to the performance and not just flashing lights. Bro put his, like, life and soul into this, only to be crushed like this. I cannot believe how hard it was. But I do hope that he's, you know, now that the whole world loves him, that he will be okay and come out of this. Like, even if some people do insist on harassing him, that he will come out of this swinging, because he really deserves all the best. Incredible, like, how this, like, very internet core, nerdcore guy can just pop off like that, and not, like, in a fake feeling way, or, like, kind of low effort way, like Finland tried to do. This is just, like, genuinely just a quirky weirdo carving his path to the final of the Eurovision and getting kicked off for, like, a political technicality. It's crazy. Anyway, love you, Joost. You are all of these things: inspiring, breathtaking, gorgeous, never done before. Hope you're alright. Okay. Ulveham, I think. Norway. Look. People love the song. I get it. I also wanted to love it too. But the song, to me, to my ears, does not have any kind of structure. Like, the one part that kind of feels cohesive is the one part that they used for the recaps when people were voting, where it actually goes into the chorus where she vocalizes. Because before that, other than that, song is like a complete mess. It's sounds good, but, like, discordant, nonsensical, not structured at all. The staging effects were okay, I guess. But yeah, no, I don't really know. Like, I desperately wanted to like it, because, like, I feel like, you know, this kind of music would have been my vibe. But just, sorry, I could not get into it at all, and I can't, like, properly listen to it. It just never, like, pays off for me. Genuinely. Poland. Look, and I guess technically, also a neighbor. We don't like Poland. Poland doesn't like us. Funny thing. But no, I'm joking. It's just the general, like, fucking kurva. What's it called? Kurva, yeah, perdone. Sorry. Anyway, okay. So, The Tower is a song that sounds perfectly fine, but it really irritates me with the lyrics so much, because my country's history has been so intertwined with Polish history that like I know like most parts of it, not by heart obviously, but like I know the vibes, right? I know what was happening generally, at what point, etc. And like I could understand it if she was trying to like play the role of some historical figure, like a woman leading the country. Like I think it was, there was a Polish queen that was called king, and led the country like that. I want to call her Marina, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, there was like a historical precedent for that, right? But she did not do that. Luna did not do that in the video. She was very like, the narrative was very centered around her, and she wasn't like portraying any kind of character or doing any kind of reference. She was just singing like, I'm the one who built the tower. I'm the one who holds the power. Kind of feels like the same way as the like 2023 you have no power over me, but like this one is genuinely unearned, because like hell, like you look like you're 20 years old. Like the fuck did you build? Fucking the history of your country does not lead up to you personally. Like it just feels very arrogant for no reason. And again, the song sounds perfectly fine. It's just so irritating, the subject matter that it brings up. The whole, also the staging was kind of completely nothing. I hated the chess theme in the actual clip, the music video. I hated how like just blank it was, like very self-aggrandizing for no reason. I honestly would have preferred Solo from 2023, I think, because at least that was like funny, because this one just feels like a jerk off and I really hate it. Like, don't disrespect part of my country's history also like that by claiming that, oh, you are so important. You are so important. I don't know. I'm just a little hater, look, okay? This whole video is just for the purpose of hating on people, because I just have been thinking about these things for a while, but yeah. Anyway, Grito, honestly, no idea what that's about. I kind of completely zoned out during that one. I could not pick up a musical motif that was interesting. I could not pick up like any kind of lyrical cohesion that would have been interesting, because like I obviously don't understand the language, but also just staging was very off-putting for me. Kind of like, the whole people in tight suits grabbing at the performer thing, if that is what that is, because that might have been Veronica. I'm not really sure. Like all of that, like next three ones kind of blend together, apart from Megara, but yeah, just no thanks, whatever. Just should not have qualified, honestly. Just don't care for the vocals, don't care for the whatever the fuck the staging was, just a blank filler one. So San Marino, I honestly never listened to the song at all. Like for some reason I was really inclined to skip it, like always when I came to it in the playlist, and I'm not really sure why, but since it didn't qualify, I was like, yeah, whatever, I guess it's not too good. And I listened to it just before doing this ranking, and like, or I guess I listened to the live performance specifically. I probably should also listen to a clip, to the music video. That's what it's called in English. But like, other than the cool things about the performance were their costumes, their choreography, like their general like charisma, interacting together, clearly like a band and not just like random people backing each other up. Very fun. Very, very, very cool original staging. Like they made a whole ass like music clip to animated music video to go on the background of the performance, and that was really, really cool. And the song structure was great. It was fun, but the vocal delivery did not deliver. Like, so it was so non-melodical. Like, she was really struggling so much with it. Not a single note was on key, I feel like, other than like a rare like, you know, chorus bit that they used for a recap. If they even did a recap, I'm not really sure at that point. But, you know, like the one segment that I kept hearing, like just as an advertisement for the song, was the one that was like the musical breakdown that went into the guitar solo. And that was a fun part, but the vocals, man, like I don't know how you could have fucked this up so bad. Like, I'm so sorry. People in the comments of the video were saying like, oh, she was having technical difficulties, but even before that, before the 1 minute 36 seconds into the performance, she was like so off key. Like, it like felt like their first rehearsal. I don't really know what happened there. Like, such a shame, because this would have been such a great like stand-in for like any of these, you know. Like, this would have been so preferable. It would have been like probably on the same level as like Armenia or Estonia, even in term, or Croatia, in terms of like, you know, quirkiness and just the value of it. But they somehow managed to like just mess it up so bad, so I'm so sorry. Okay, Ramanda, nothing notable here. Just do not care for these very slow, very sensual songs unless I can understand them. I know that's a very stupid and biased perspective, but like, just no, sorry. Veronica, hated that vibe. Oh yeah, this one was the one with the weird choreography, right? Hated the vibe of that one. I felt like also in the running order, it was kind of at the point where you're already like emotionally exhausted from most of the songs, and this is like the latter half where you just kind of want to get it over with. So like, did absolutely nothing for me. Then, however, we come to Zora, and I will confess, I was so evil to this song. I misjudged it completely, because somehow, like, before the final actually was happening, before it aired, I listened to it and I was like, okay, I guess that's like kind of a fun like beats with the song. Not really sure what it means, but yeah, fun stuff. Then the actual performance happened live on stage, and I was fucking appalled, because are you seriously having these grown-ass men just like walk out on stage butt ass naked? Like, how did they censor Windows 95 men with these fuckers just like waltz on stage and do striptease dances? Like, well, clear, not striptease, but you know, like fucking showing their ass to the world. Like, I hate when, you know, female performers do that on stage, and I have such big beef with this year's performances because of that. Like the Ishkome and the Kant, both of them, like, I am just a evil little hater just because they are so sexual in nature when they really don't need to be. Like, please get away from me. But like, you know, I feel like that was like so unnecessary. Just, you could have gotten the message, like, I don't know, just like dress them in dresses and make them do like a more vague gesture than literally showing your bare ass to the camera. Like, please, I'm so sorry. Anyway, the crowd, however, did indeed go insane for the song, and afterwards I was like, hold on, why does everyone sing along to this song like so much? So I went and actually looked at the lyrics, and they are actually so fun and so real, because yeah, like, I am gonna get called a bitch regardless, so I might as well just be what I am. But like, again, this is coming, you know, from a point of view of a presumably middle-aged woman who has been through it all, and hiring young male strippers to show their asses to the camera in like on live TV in front of the whole continent kind of doesn't help the problem at all. Like, yeah, it's kind of like, look at us, we're reversing like gender roles, and you would normally expect a woman to be butt ass naked in a music video, but like, can we get rid of both, please? Like, I hate it. Like, it's so disrespectful to all genders, and I hate that it has to be like this poking at each other thing, like, oh, like, oh, I bet you weren't expecting this from the song. Like, it's just, why did you have to go there? But yeah, the lyrics are absolutely like outstanding, and it's such a fun little bop. Just like I don't really sing along because I don't know Spanish and I can't pronounce the words, but I appreciate what she personally did, again, like not counting the um, backup dancers performance. So yeah. Right. Getting back to it, had a bit of an interruption. Uh, we've got Sweden. So, these fuckers, let me tell you about Marcus and Martinez, okay? Because, look, the song is. The performance is fine. Let me put it this way. The performance is such a great opener. I feel like compared to 2023, they really. Like, they were indeed a memorable opening. But it's almost kind of for very weird reasons for me because of like the most memorable thing for me about the song is just the beat that goes like in the same way that fucking Connor's theme from Detroit Become Human goes. Like, I've heard this remix, I can't stop thinking about it, all my friends can't stop thinking about it. That's like the only association we have with this song. Other than that, it's just a normal song. But I do have like questions for it, for the song. First of all, again, I really don't like this whole like relationship basic ass pop song themes, and this one in particular feels very weird because like if you were to flip the pronouns of the song, it would feel very very creepy, kind of like, you know, come on baby, come and find me, I can smell you like an animal, kind of creepy, which by the way, absolutely not, gives me the creeps so hard. Help. I'm so happy that didn't qualify, because what the hell, how do you even come up with that? Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, just the general vibe, you know, like, oh, she's dangerous, I know it, it's venomous because I feel it inside of me, but she's unforgettable. Like, why do you do this? Why do you sing about women in this way? Why do you sing about people in this way in general? Why do you write this? And also the fact that, okay, like, if we pretend that this is supposed to be like a cheeky song about someone's toxic ex or whatever, kind of like put myself on a pedestal, right? Why are twins singing about it? Like, they don't feel like one is backing up the other. They together sing it. The two guys that look like they're brothers sing about this one toxic ex together, as if they were like both in a relationship with her or something. Or regardless, like, they look so uncannily like twins, and that weirds me out so much when they're singing, you know, like in a kind of like horny coded song like that, like about someone being like this toxic yet unforgettable presence that like lures them in with their danger. Like, why is there two of you? You know, like, just like you could have gotten some backup dancers and like split the sections of the song more clearly, so it's like them singing separately. I feel like that would have worked a little bit better for this kind of, to reduce the incest vibe of it all. But you know, that's just like a minor. I don't even know if people think about it that way. I'm just really weird about it. But yeah, they sang really well. I really enjoyed the staging. The instrumentals were really fun. Like I said, Connor's theme goes hard. I can't stop re-listening to the song when I'm just like putting on my playlist. It's always there. It's just like the kind of cream of the crop of pop songs, but it's still like a pop song. So like I appreciate the effort, I suppose. But like, oh, actually no, I think I appreciate the effort, but I do have so many notes. Like, why? Okay. Switzerland, my beloved. Oh my fucking god, Switzerland. Nemo, I have so many feelings about. I have so much to say about Nemo. You guys can't even imagine. Like, I've been ranting about them ever since, like, before watching the finals. I usually don't follow the race too hard, but I like learned about Nemo and I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be amazing. Like, and non-binary person writing such a personal song and making it in such a fun mashup of like genres that also mirrors the, you know, like mashup of gendered expectations or whatever the hell you would like to call them. Like, this is like an example of how to write like a song about personal experiences and make it fun. Like, it's incredibly fun. Like, literally, I feel like it's so easy to win me over with like amazing vocals plus the personal theming, because, you know, usually the ballads have amazing vocals but no personality or personal theming. But this is so real to me. And like, you know, I knew I was non-binary before Nemo became such a huge presence icon in my life, I guess you could say. I'm not parasocial about them, I promise. I am not. I just love their music, I love their vibe, I love their personality. Oh my god. I love that they won. Like, that's such a big thing in general. Like, the fact that Eurovision can allow non-binary people that present like this and that sing songs like that to win and to be known for the whole world is so, like, incredibly important. And that's another thing why, like, I find freaking Rim Team dick riders so obnoxious. Like, let us have this. This is like the first non-binary contestant to win. This is like the first one, and they come in with a song explicitly about their non-binary queer experience. Like, let us have this. Just chill, come on. You're gonna have your fucking Rammstein party sometime else. Or like, you can acknowledge that, yeah, the song was a banger, but like, this is important. But they didn't even win because of any political reasons. It's just because the song is a fucking amazing banger. Like, the opera vocals with the hip-hop fucking rap part? Are you fucking joking? Are you kidding me right now? Literally, this top section was created for Nemo, for Switzerland. Like, again, inspiring, breathtaking, gorgeous, never done before. I love their other music. It's just so personal to me. It speaks to me. I live for it. I am so happy with the finale. Like, for as much of a shit show as this season was, this is, like, it makes it all worth it. I'm sorry. Like, maybe not all of it, but, you know, insanity. Absolutely fucking insane about Nemo, about the code. Love, again, like, love this whole holy trinity with Switzerland, Ireland, and Lithuania. Like, my peak ship of the 2024. No, like, the Eurovision season. I don't do this shit normally with the real people. It's just cute, the interactions, because, again, like, I am insane about Lithuania because I live here, and I'm insane about Switzerland because such a relatable and cool song, and Ireland because obviously. So, like, the fact that three of them were hanging out, it's like all of your, like, favorite celebrities in one room. It's like, drives me crazy. Anyway, I wish Yost could have been there as well, of course, but yeah. Okay, we've only got Ukraine. Oh, hold on. No. We got two. Okay, Ukraine. Hello, neighbor. I've been reluctantly amazed at Ukraine's entries ever since I started, like, even learning about what Eurovision is. Because I've always been, you know, like, resistant to it. Like, oh, that's just a popular thing that those, like, freaking boomer people watch or whatever. But, you know, I got into it in 2023. Ukrainian entry at that time wasn't anything too special, but still was kind of enjoyable. And then apparently the internet felt entitled to educate me about Ukraine's history in Eurovision. So, holy shit. Goa, Shum, Stefania, and now this, Teresa and Maria. Like, are you joking? Like, why can't we have this level of standards for all of them? Like, again, like, this whole tier, this was a thing. How do y'all watch, like, previous year's Eurovisions? You hear songs like this, and you go, yeah, no, I'm just gonna write a fucking ballad about love and breakups and stuff. When you can, again, like, this is the historical references that we didn't get in The Tower, which, by the way, also shared history by beloved Hello. Although I guess with Ukraine less than Poland somehow, but yeah. Referencing, like, such a specific historical thing, like, you know, saints, and tying it together with, you know, like, My Sister's Crown from 2023 as well. That wasn't referencing historical things, but I wish it did, because it just kind of brings it together. Like, you do have this like very important theme, and the thing with Jaco as well, you know, about girl power, but like this time it's actually like it feels real because you tie it back to reality. You tie it back to like divine. I hate the term divine feminine, but you know what I mean. It's like actually empowering, like in the like warrior kind of way. Like their whole duo, their whole like, they didn't dress up in skimpy dresses. They went all out on the like kind of vaguely historical, vaguely medieval kind of literal fantasy characters, by the way. Like, she's literally wearing a cloak with a hood, and sorry, I don't know which one of them is Alona and which one of them is Jerry Heil, but holy shit, you guys. Like, this is the standard. Like, I would have not been surprised if they won. I put them above Croatia any day, like, personally, honestly. Again, like, it's very easy to win me over with amazing vocals when they actually have like a meaning to them behind them, and also, of course, a great benefit comes from being able to understand the lyrics without having to, you know, use a translator to read about them. But that's just me personally, because similar, you know, hello there. I wish I could, you know, speak Belarusian to do a bit, but like, I can just explain that I do in fact comprehend the lyrics, and it's really fucking cool. Yay, hooray, joyous. I am very, very overjoyed that Ukraine keeps pumping out these bangers. I really don't know how they keep doing it, but like, I really hope they continue, because this Stefania Shum, like, keep it up, holy shit. Okay, and last we've got United Kingdom. So as far as I have learned, you guys, like, they really are very unlucky when it comes to Eurovision, because they seem to always get the short end of the stick, and some people have told me like they stopped trying completely. But like, this, I have notes about Dizzy, because it is a pop song, which I feel like is more of a standard for Britain than anything, because I've heard like their 2022 entry, which was also a very pop song. It was like really fun. Like, I think it was Spaceman, right? And I feel like if it was more like leaning into rock or some kind of techno vibe, it would have been such a fucking banger. But because it's constrained so much by the pop sound and the like structure of the song, it kind of feels very derivative for me. But you know, being second place is still very impressive. But this, okay, Dizzy, look, I love the sound. I love Ollie Alexander's voice, right? He's doing great. When I originally saw the music video, I was like, oh, okay, that's like an interesting concept, like with the whole spinning set. Obviously, it was recreated pretty like simplistically in the music video, so I assumed it would be something similar on the stage, or at least like, you know, the same kind of soft lighting, cozy but like still disorienting vibe, maybe like similar vibes to Tattoo. Like those like warm but still kind of foggy lights or whatever. I don't really know much about this kind of stuff. But yeah, you know, lyrics are, they're serviceable, they're very pop, they're not very personal, but they're still like fun enough, you know. Like, I already have like 3 separate animated music videos in my brain for this song in particular, that I want to also recreate. So once again, you know, force me to make it by peer pressuring me, please. Anyway, but yeah, when it came time to hear the actual song, my jaw was on the floor, but like in the worst way imaginable, because tell me, please explain to me, what the fuck were they thinking with this staging? Like, they built a whole set, they dressed the backup dancers, they choreoed the choreography, you know? They did all of that. And they decided to theme it after like a fucking prison shower cell thing? And the whole song being like so explicitly horny makes me immediately think of like prison essay. Like, I know it's not, I don't know. Okay, no. The problem is I don't know like if that's the vibe they're going for. I don't know why they would. But with this set, I don't understand how this could happen, because again, the music video that we saw was like very intimate, very like warm glow over room and like just kind of stumbling in random corridors because like you're so dizzy or whatever. Like very warm, very orangey hues, etc. Very cozy kind of. And here, like it's so different. Like Ollie, is this how you perceive your like is this your experience with your sexuality? Because if so, I'm really like afraid for this man. Holy shit, like bruv, like if keep like the same thing with Zora, like why would you bring this onto our screens in front of the entirety of Europe? Like no wonder they got 0 points because no matter if you're a famous performer, if you're a famous singer, this is just gonna turn people off. Like I couldn't fucking look at the screen. And I am a very horny person by nature. Like I am not prudish. I just don't like seeing it done distastefully in music because it's such a cheap way to farm, interaction, to farm like attention, like the whole sex sells thing I really hate, which is again why 2025 is going to be a fucking disaster if fucking Ishkome or the other one goes through and wins or whatever. But like at least it's not a prison bathroom. Like, I'm sorry, bro. What happened? Like, explain what happened. Please, help. Anyway, this is what the final tier list looks like. I don't think those takes are too popular, but I really don't care. I'm gonna hopefully do a 2023 one as well because I have like more parasocial connections to those songs, I suppose, or maybe not at this point. I don't know, but yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Goodbye.